Ain't that crazy?
I'm still watching this thing.
Yeah, you look mad cool, like your head is just floating a bit. I like it.
Even the shirt is dark. I love it.
Oh, it's gone. I was gonna say you got like the Returnal vibe going on, you know, kind of spooky.
There you go.
All right, I see you with the Sony Blue. I see you. We are live.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I got the Sony Blue. What's up, chat? We're live
I love
on
the broadcast.
time. What's up?
I love the broadcast. You can literally blur everything out in the background.
Oh yeah.
I
need that.
I'm probably gonna need our loud viewers to give me a little sound check. I really wanted to be on time, so I was like, we'll see what happens. Should sound decent. Should sound. You listen, I'm not gonna be able to talk today. I'm just saying it right now.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. I've been streaming a lot. I've been playing Returnal a lot.
You've been streaming a lot?
Yes.
Non-stop here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The struggle is real.
I literally could not speak words right now. It's like, what in the world?
Yeah. Hold on. I had to turn up bit as well on Discord, but you might have to do it.
Yeah, I turned up bit. I could do some more. If you can, yeah, turn yourself up a little bit.
I can. Yeah, I don't know. How about now?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, there it goes.
Now I gotta turn you down.
Must say.
I'll put you back to 100, and you do what you gotta do. We'll be fine.
I sound good at 100. Sound good?
Yeah.
A little loud. I'm gonna turn you down.
Oh, and I can do it though. I got about 83.
You're good.
All right.
Cool.
Should be good.
Hi,
now.
sound checks. Welcome to the Sound Check podcast, where we just check your sound.
So unprofessional. Oh man. But we're here.
We thought we were professionals out here. Come on, that's the real tea.
I'm the professional.
Oh, it's true. You do have more followers.
No, I was gonna bring that up with you, Bit, about your former name, but let's go ahead.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Yeah, Char don't know. But
I don't know.
Let's get to the intros and get the former introduction. Backlog episode 45. We're almost to 50. Which is wild.
I know. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, damn, we're almost at 50.
I don't know if it's because we're bi-weekly or what, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels crazy that we're that far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. It's weird. For
sure. So yeah, episode 45, man, crazy. Char, how are you been? How have you been?
How you been going? How you been going there, buddy?
How are you?
No, I'm good. I'm playing games, just living my life. Mostly just games, honestly. So many games. Holy shit, guys. There's so many games.
That's what we like to hear, yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of Monster Hunter still. The update just dropped, so that's fun. I got into that, so.
I saw that. I saw you stayed up mad late to see the reveal or something like that.
Oh my god. It wasn't even mad late. It was 11 p.m. at night, and I'm like, I need to go to bed and get up early tomorrow, but I'm gonna sit here and watch this thing that's 20 minutes long. So yeah.
Like a total nerd.
A total nerd.
We have a very special guest. Oh, I'm Erica, by the way. For all the new listeners, because I know we've had a few new listeners lately. I'm Erica. Erica's for the win. The other co-host of the show, beside Char, the god.
Okay.
We have a special guest today. We got Bit Cloud. Bit, how's it going, man?
What's going on? Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, of course. I've been. You're on I have this list of okay, these are some people I want to have on at some point. You've been on it, and I figure, you've been playing Returnal kind of deep like I am. We got a lot to say on it. I was like, this is a good episode for you to be on, for sure.
Well, my last stream, I wanted to pull my hair out, let me tell you.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah,
I kept dying from nonsense.
Shoot, we're definitely going to talk about it. But yeah, first of all, I just wanted to get the viewers caught up with you, in case they don't know you. You want to just kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your content, just, how long you've been doing it, things like that.
All right, so I've been doing YouTube for about 4 years now. Before it was Backlog Gaming, I was known as The Professional.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's professional, that is. And we see, obviously, the content is more PlayStation centric. I host a podcast called RGT. We do that every Fridays. Now, a few things have happened recently, so we're able to get developers on the show. So we've pretty much been going through a big change over there with the channel, but that's about it for the podcast. But as far as the content, yeah, pretty much I do gaming news. I give my opinions on things and just speak my mind on what's going on, in the industry.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, I've known you for a minute. I think I met you through Luca. I could be
Yeah, it was a
wrong.
little.
Yeah, I
Shout
could
out to
be
Luke.
wrong. And it was during the days of Ryan the Professional. So I was curious. I don't know if we asked you then or what, but I was curious what made you change the name? Was it like a rebranding kind of thing, or were you just sick of the name, or what happened?
So I had a long discussion with a graphic artist at the time. Still talk to her. She did my original red background and old logo, and we talked about it. And basically, she was like, you're doing a lot of good things, but why don't you just try, I don't know, something new? And I was like, you know what? Why not? I made Ryan the professional work. Let's see if I can, make this work. And basically, we had a bet. The bet was if I can make this work by the end of the year, um, she pay up $100. But of course, I won the bet. But
Yeah.
that's basically how it happened. It started off as a bet. I was like, can I make Big Cloud Gaming work? And that's where it really was. But also, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to put more of myself into the content. I wanted to be more, up with the audience versus to what I did before. Before I used to go off on the most retarded stuff and just argue with people. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I ain't doing that, man. I'm 28. I'm getting old. I'm getting up there. I ain't got the energy like that. So
It's
it was time for a
funny.
change.
It's funny how you said that it was like a bet. Like, could I make this work? Because I remember, I'll be honest, when you first made that change, I was like, BitCloud, like what? Like, because I
Oh
saw
God.
because Ryan the Professional was like you. Anytime there's a rebranding, it's always kind of like, uh-oh, like it's kind of shaky. Like, is this gonna work? Like, I don't know. I don't see you as BitCloud, but now it's you. It's like I can't see you as Ryan the Professional anymore. So it definitely
Made
worked.
made it work. That was the bet. I was like, can I make this work? Can I really put my more of me into this content and just connect with more? And lo and behold, it was funny. I was getting ready to change it back not too long ago. I actually put up a poll. I asked everybody, real talk, be honest with me. Ryan Professional, Big Cloud Gaming. Everybody was like, Big Cloud. I was like, okay, we'll stay with that. We'll stay with that. And we kept it going.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
You're gonna have to give Shar some tips because Shar
Okay.
What
has
sure I need.
the struggle for the Twitch names not matching the Twitter name, and that you want your name to kind of go across all social medias,
Oh,
and
yeah, you want that
that's
uniform?
yeah, you got that branding you got to do. Well, somebody,
There's a guy on Twitter with my Twitch handle, and he's fucking hasn't been on Twitter since 2016, and this motherfucker has my name, dude. I can't fucking. Ah.
You want something funny?
Hmm.
Before I was Ryan the Professional or Big Cloud Game, you know what my username was on
What's
YouTube?
up?
what
Ryan553298.
Bruh, you know what mine
what
is
the
on
hell?
YouTube right now? You want to hear mine? Mine is Drinia92. We got them like it's like what the hell is that?
God.
So stupid, dude. Like, oh my god. No, I gotta change it. I know I gotta change it, but I that's a whole thing for another time. But yeah, anyways, I gotta figure out that shit. I think I have an idea, but
Yeah.
I need the graphics to get. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm saying if you need graphics, hit up Graphic God. He does amazing. He does amazing
Yeah,
work. He's the one who did
Erica
my
was
Did
doing
stuff.
mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, guy's
He's
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for that
We'll see.
bit, by the way, giving me that referral, because shoot, he is
I told you.
amazing. Amazing.
told you.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Graphic God. And shout out to Raven in the chat. He said Erica said the same thing to me. Yeah, the uniform names, man, even as just the viewers, I'd like you guys to have the same names because it can get confusing. I'll be streaming, right? Be like, hey,
Yeah.
Erica. Like, oh, hey, what's up, so-and-so? Oh, it's me from Twitter. I'm like, that's a totally different name, so it throws me off. I can't really match the faces, and kind of throws me off. So yeah, uniform names, people. Get on it. Shoot. Well, Besides that, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Is that all you wanted to say about
Hey,
yourself, Bit? I
oh
mean,
sorry, you're good.
you got a lot of stories. I mean, I don't know if you want to bring any of them
Oh,
up, but I mean, you've been around, been doing this content thing for a while, doing the podcast thing, and you said you just got some. I mean, we know this. You got some Housemark developers to come through on your show, which was it's awesome.
Yeah.
The
That's
growth,
Monday.
man.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of good things. Beforehand, we had a Sony Santa Monica dev on the
Mm-hmm.
channel. It was
Mm-hmm.
last Friday, and what was crazy about it? Listen, when we were talking to her, again, the last thing I was expecting was actual Sony executives to be watching while we were interviewing her,
Oh, dang.
and that was the cool thing. A lot of them reached out and was like, great show. If you're looking for more developers, hit us up and we'll, you know, get the paperwork started. That's basically what was going on. And
Yeah.
she spread the word. So that's the cool part. But yeah. Aside from that, we have Housemark coming through Monday. That's gonna be early.
I
We're
saw.
gonna get,
I saw.
yeah, that's gonna be early. I'm like, oh boy, I hate waking up early. But in this particular situation, especially for this,
Yeah.
I got to because I'm really loving Returnal, and I had a lot of doubts for Returnal. Returnal really won me over, so that's another good thing.
Yeah,
But
same. Same.
yeah, like that was the big thing, the whole $70 debacle for Returnal. Like, was it
Mm-hmm.
worth it? It's a lot going on for $70, especially in a lot of games. But Mooch brought that up. He was like, well, more likely the game might do well because of the fact that there's nothing really out there and it
Right.
might sell just off of that. So hopefully it does well. It definitely needs to sell well. There needs to be
Yeah.
better sales
Housemark
numbers.
Housemark definitely deserves it. I mean, they have a good track record. We can just get into Returnal now, since we're on the subject. But yeah, Housemark are some wizards, let me tell you. There's some wizards. It's not perfect, okay? Let's by any means, Returnal. It's got a couple issues. Let me go and get this gameplay up here. Char, I know you don't.
Um,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry, I got you. No, I was gonna say you're gonna love the guest though. He's one of the sound engineers for the game, so you're really gonna
Hmm.
get a lot of cool questions answered for
mm.
that. We're really gotta get that stuff. See what's up. Like all the stuff I'm hearing in that game is just like next level. It's so good.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that. So I'm definitely tuning in. I don't know if I'll be there live because it's early
Yeah.
for me. I'm West Coast, so like for you, 10 o'clock is 7 o'clock here. So
No, so that's seven. Yeah.
yeah, that's like right when I start work. But hey, man, I'll definitely pull through or pull up later. But like I was saying, I'm with you on that. Like I had to be won over by this game because when it comes to like roguelites and all that, I'm just not a big fan. Or how about you? Like, do you have experience with roguelites? Was this what kind of made you hesitant and like worried, or was it something else? Was it just the price tag or
Well,
what?
I mean, the price tag, and you know how the media is. You know what I mean? Like when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to hard games, they typically really do the most to try to slander a game that's hard. Like I remember the debacle with Cuphead. The developer couldn't get past
Yeah,
the tutorial level, and the game was like, "Oh, this game is just not that." I'm like, Cuphead is amazing and
right.
it's come from Xbox Studios. It just didn't, it didn't hold your hand type of thing. And that's kind of like when you look at for, games like Sekiro, the Demon Souls, the Bloodborns. Difficulty definitely affects a lot of their opinions, and you can definitely see it. A lot of them when they're like super bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Like that developer, I don't even, or not developer, that journalist. I'm not sure if she's gone
Yeah.
from the industry, but you
Y-
could tell she had a lot of other demons she was battling when she started writing what she was saying. I'm like, good God, that doesn't make sense what you just wrote. But
Right.
hey, it's your job. It's you. But stay on topic there. I mean, yeah, like difficulty definitely affects it, but the real the real obstacle, and I've said this in live streams for Sony, especially for new IPs, is definitely that $70 price tag. You want to stand out. You
Mm-hmm.
really want to
Mm-hmm.
stand out, and you want these games to be in the best light possible to sell you on that $70 moniker. The thing about Returnal, when we first started seeing Returnal, they kept showing us these small snippet little trailers, and we didn't really get much of it. You know what I mean? It's like the third trailer. The third trailer is probably what really gave you a bigger look at what it could possibly offer you. But for some people that still didn't sell them, and you're seeing that even in people's live streams. You're like, I might wait for a sale. Some saying, I'm not sold on it. You you have to really, get those impressions out there if you want to sell games like this.
Yeah, I do agree. Like the way this game was shown, I don't know if they wanted to keep it mysterious, maybe, or keep it like, not show too much. But
Right.
I do agree. Like I think that that was kind of part of the problem. Like people, a lot of us were unsure. Like $70. I don't know what it is for me, but like jumping from 60 to 70 is like, whoa. Like it rubs me the wrong way a little bit. Like even for like a triple A big banger that I have confidence in, it's like, damn, it's expensive. And so
Yeah.
for yeah, a game like this that you're kind of unsure of, like, okay, it's roguelite, or maybe it's too difficult, or maybe, yeah, like you said, the developers are gonna maybe review it in a certain way because of the difficulty or something like that. It's like, I don't know, man. For 70? Do I want to try this game for 70? It's kind of one of those things. That's where I was. Definitely.
Yeah. Like I
Yeah.
said that, like when game prices go up, you're gonna have people put games under bigger magnifying glasses to see
Hmm.
what's up. You know what I mean? Like $60, that was kind of pushing it for a lot of people, but it wasn't. It wasn't nothing. We were kind of used to a PS3, 360 leading up to. It was no big deal.
Hmm.
But $70 now, that extra $10, and on top of all that, this $70 does not guarantee that you won't see a season pass. It doesn't guarantee that you won't be getting half-ass content, half of what you're paying for. It's like I'm telling you, people are really gonna be pushing that type of stuff. I mean, look at Final Fantasy, with them splitting up the game into sections now. Are those games now going to be $70 across the board versus 60, which we all thought they were going to be 60? You got to
Right.
ask yourself these questions. And then you got to also look into the collections, like I just said, right? How much is the full collection of Final Fantasy, the new ones, going to be if you want the full bundle?
Mm-hmm.
$300, $400 for all games?
Yeah, I'm pissed at them for that. They
Yeah,
fucked up.
that's yeah. So you gotta look at the practices about this too. And again, I understand why people are like, "Oh, I'll wait for a sale," but that's kind of where Sony's biggest flaw is for a lot of these games, PlayStation games. A lot of these PlayStation games don't do insane numbers. They don't do Nintendo numbers. You know what I mean? They don't do those crazy sales numbers. Some do. Some have those crazy like obstacles or not obstacles, but some do those milestones. Like God of War
Hmm.
did that. The new game from Guerrilla Games, which is Horizon, it did that. Um, what else did past like 10?
Maybe Spider-Man?
Was
Maybe?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man definitely did past 10.
Mm.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's select games. I can't say that for everything. And that's the shame right there, because Sony's got so many crazy games. Like Detroit Become Human is
Mm.
one of the coolest experiences
Great
I've had
game.
in a long time.
Yeah.
And that game, I don't even know the sales of that. That game probably did less than
I
five.
have no
You know,
idea.
and
That game free. I played the game for free. So I
you're
mean,
part of the problem.
Oh man.
I, I'm sorry I pay for PS Plus.
Shoot. Let me get this super
Free
chat
is bad.
before before we continue. Shout out to Luca, my daughter. What's up, Luca? It says,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm liking the face cams. Very cool. Shout out to my Spectre's brother, Bido Cloudo."
That's your daughter, and I call her
Yeah.
sis. Wait, what's going on here?
Uh
Yeah,
oh.
we're all one family.
We're all
We
a
just don't know
family.
how we're all related yet. So,
Yeah,
I guess
Shar
so.
Shar is my niece, so that is
I'm the niece.
your Luca's cousin, and if you're Luca's
I'm
brother,
cousin.
then are you my son? Okay, anyway, I don't know. Anyways,
This one. This
stepson?
street got crazy.
Stepson.
How about stepson? We could do stepson.
Stepson. There you go.
So yeah, back on to Returnal though. Like I was saying,
Mm.
I had hesitation
I
about
have,
buying this game.
I have a
What's up?
question.
What's up?
So for the price tag, do you think part of that price tag came from the fact that there's actually more story in this game than if it was just like a regular roguelike? Because there's like a lot of like I've seen a little tiny bit, but it looks like there's a lot of like scenes going on and like a lot of like story elements that like are just added in there. Does that add any of the like value to the game at all for you guys, or is it like meh?
I mean,
Well, go ahead.
well,
Go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I know she just thought the mirror now. But so in terms of like the production going into like all that stuff, it is definitely top tier. Like when you die, it feels like an experience when you die in the
Right.
game. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
crazy, different cutscenes. It feels like that's all part of it. Honestly, to some people that might be enough, and they'll probably say yes, right? But the thing is, though, and that's kind of the obstacle for $70. Again, you said about content, what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back a bit. Let's go to Rockstar and what they gave us with Red Dead 2.
Hmm.
They gave us a little overboard with the content. What'd you say?
Yeah,
And that was $60.
right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Now they're going to go 70 because we know they're going to happen with their next game, which is more likely GTA 6. I mean, me personally with Rockstar, I kind of already know what I'm getting because that's how
Yeah.
just they put that much type of effort into it. So that's nothing. That's fine. But when it comes to other studios, especially the newer ones, there has to be like a perfect balance between it. Like I will go back and look at like a fighter, like for example, the Batman Arkham series, right? The Arkham Knight, Arkham
Mhm.
City. Arkham Knight, I didn't like the actual character, the Arkham Knight, but I can't deny that was an experience. That was definitely worth the $60 price tag, right? If I would have got that again for 70, I probably wouldn't complain about something like that because I got a lot, that was offered. It was a big package. It comes down to what you're offering, though, really, honestly. Pretty
Mm.
visuals, eh, pretty visuals is one thing. Content's another. You can throw in a few small scenes, but that really doesn't really substitute the $70. You have to really go all out for a lot of us
Is
to
it
be interested.
so? Is it because of their like not reputation? What am I talking about? Is it because they're a small studio? Does that have an impact on it at all? Or I'm not sure about these things, but
As far as
Um,
how people see the price tag on
no,
it.
as well as far as the price tag of that, because if it's a small
yeah.
studio, they were like have to like make up that money somewhere. So is it like they
Mm,
increase the price of the game because they're a small studio? Is that's not usually how
Oh,
things
so
work,
this,
I think, but like you know what I mean.
yeah, this is their first AAA game. I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. This is their
Yes.
first
I was
AAA.
just looking at that actually,
mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is their first AAA. And for their first AAA, sure, they completely knocked it out the park for their first
There
AAA
you
game.
go.
I will be honest with you. That is what
Mhm.
they've done. I haven't beaten the game yet, but I'm loving what I'm playing. They knocked out the park. Basically, it's this game essentially in a weird way. I don't know if Erica, you got this feel when you were playing it, but it's like the game. You ever play a game called Resogun? Sure.
The one of the launch
Resogun?
games. Yeah, on PS4.
Yeah,
No,
PS4. Yeah.
I don't think I have. No.
Okay, it's basically Resogun, but you're on the floor, like you're on the ground, you're moving around, shooting at people.
3D.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
it's 3D. It's over the top, very, very well, like high stakes. You got to think. It's one of those type of things. It's
yeah.
like that game incarnate, but
Yeah.
it's done really, really well.
All that bullet hell and Next Machina is another game that I played which is also by Housemart. Challenging game, but it's like top down, bullet hell. I'm looking at it from above. So it's
Oh, I
kind of
see now.
easier to kind of navigate. You see where it's coming from. But like 3D, it adds a whole different dynamic because it's like all around you. You got stuff behind you. You got to move. You got to
Yeah,
dodge. And looking at the previews and like the trailers, I was just like, yeah, I see what they're doing. It looks amazing. My whole thing was like, and I'm hearing echo, I think. I hear a little
you're an
bit of
echo.
echo. Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
know who. Maybe it's Bit. I don't know. See what's up. But looking into that, my thing was like the price was one, okay, but also it's a new
Mhm.
IP. But the roguelite really was for me the roadblock that I was like, I need to get through this roadblock because I don't have I do have experience with some of them, and I did not have good experiences with them. Was besides
Mm.
Hades,
Yeah.
a lot of these roguelites, like the whole concept of like you get all this stuff, you grind these rooms, you get through, you get to the boss, you die and start all the way over, and you don't have anything. There's no progression or anything like that. That whole game loop, it just doesn't really do much for me. Like it's more frustrating than like enjoyable. Hades was like the first game to make me see like, oh, this could be done right. So I had this thought in the back of my head, like, okay, if they could do what Hades did, and at this level, this triple A looking like beautiful thing, that's what they got to do. And I'm happy to say, like so far, besides the fact that you can't really like quit the game without
Yeah.
turning it off, besides that, I feel like they are hitting those check boxes. Like they are doing something here, and that's why I call them wizards because it's like, oh, they freaking did it. So
Mm.
that's
Yeah,
where, yeah, I'm pleasantly like happy with that. Surprised a little bit, but I'm not that surprised because Housemarque, they're great developers. They are, and
Yeah.
they're flexing in this game for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, BitCloud, you've been streaming it. I watched your stream the first night, launch night, and it was right after I beat the boss. I'm like, let's see what he's up to. and you were on the boss. So I was like, yes, I sat back, had my popcorn, like, let's check this out. And it looked like you were really enjoying the game. Even when you died, because I did see you die against the boss, you didn't look defeated. You looked like, okay, let's give it another try. Let's go. So I'm just curious, like, how's that going for you? Like the game loop of like dying and starting. Are you enjoying it? Is it like, was it surprising to you that you're enjoying it, or were you expecting that?
I mean, I went into this game pretty much the same as I would go into a Souls game, right? Like the game is tough. You're going to die. It's like if you think you're not going to die, I don't know what you're thinking. Like Craig, you got my friend Craig tells him, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna beat everybody. I'm not gonna die. I'm like, okay, sure you were, Craig.
Right, right.
But it's really good in those aspects. The boss fights are like, I think the boss fights are probably really like better than I thought they were gonna be at. That's honestly.
Mm.
I think it was better. When we were streaming it, you know, again, yeah, I died a few times. Yeah, but I think that's probably the most exciting part about it. You get so close, you die, and then you see the world just change around you, and you're not sure where everything is. Like at first, I thought I had it down to like a science of how the world was going to change because I
Shoot.
died like 6 times in that area,
Uh-huh.
and on the sixth time where I died, the map looked similar on the sixth try, but it actually wasn't, and it was even more different on the seventh time I died. I was like, "Good God, like this is really like infinite. It keeps changing, but it's cool though. It's cool. It's a nice little way of keeping you on your toes of what you're gonna run into. That by far though, if you're gonna beat this game, if you're gonna go and try beat this game, the carbine, pick it up, keep it with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Do not lose that gun. Do not lose that gun.
Great gun.
That and Hellseeker.
We were talking about that too, like, oh, that's the best gun and everything. Like, if anytime you
Oh
lose
yeah.
it, you're like, God, like it just feels like naked without it. You're like, I need that gun. But you
You
know
don't feel
what,
the
Bit?
same.
You know what? I was playing again today. I'm in the second biome, I think they're called. I was in there.
Hmm.
I have
The
this.
world,
I
yeah.
had this other gun that was like just as good. Freaking
Hellseeker?
amazing. I. It might be called that. It's like the purple one.
Yeah, it's like the longer
Yeah, yeah.
shoots out. Yeah, that's the
I
other one.
had it to
It's like,
where it
yeah,
had like this crazy like horizontal beam that just like went forward, covered all this ground.
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, it's so good. A little weaker, I think, because I didn't really like get enough things to like make it powerful, but it was sick. It was sick. I was like, I didn't think anything could touch the other one. I'm like, nah, I like this one too.
So I was like,
It's good.
am I crowning this gun a little too early? Because I'm liking this one, and this one was like, it was like heat seekers because it follows
Yeah.
the enemy. That was another cool thing about that gun. But they're creative. There's so much creativity going on with the weapons and stuff too. Um, I do kind of wish though that there was I don't know, a different way of like storing things. Like you can store something to
Hmm.
come back and get it. But I mean, obviously that would take away from the challenge. But other than that, I mean, it's fine. That's kind
Yeah.
of where it goes. I'm wondering, does that work to like even when you go like if you get to the third stage, does it take you all the way back to the first stage if you die? If you get to the third,
I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's kind
and it
of,
does.
yeah, I think, but along the way, and I don't want to give too much away, but like, it's not as dreadful as I thought it was gonna be. There's like shortcut type things that can happen, um,
Okay.
and things like that. But you do start from the beginning,
Ah,
as far as
see.
I know. I mean, I haven't been to the third, but that's, I mean, I haven't heard anything different, so I
Yeah,
could be
I keep
wrong.
getting close. Yeah, I keep
Um,
getting close. I'm always at the top, and then I die, and I go back to first, and I have to go right back up there, and I die again. This from this teleporting guy. He keeps like killing
yeah.
me every time. It's like, oh Lord, I
Oh,
can't beat
that
him.
guy was giving me trouble.
Ooh,
My gosh. But I finally like stuck it to him today. I was feeling good. I'm feeling good about myself. But I wanted to comment real quick about the procedural generated rooms like you're talking about. You thought you had it down, but it wasn't. I wanted to actually praise it in this way of like, because when I hear procedurally generated, and I've played games like that before, Chasm comes to my mind. It's like a 2D side scrolling. That procedurally generated was kind of like lazy. You would go into a
yeah,
room, right? Like a big hall type room and have a room to the right, a room to the left. Sometimes they just switch. Okay, the one on the right would be on the left now. Like that was it. So I assumed, okay, this is going to be kind of like that. Like I'm going to go into this world, it's going to change it, just minor differences. Like, oh, that room that was over there on the right side, now it's like over here on the left. But no, it's like a whole new game when you get in there sometimes. Like you go in there and the rooms really change. So I think that's actually helping me because when I'm dead, I go back and play again. I'm like, dang it, like I'm kind of upset, but at the same time, it's like the rooms change so much. It's like it's fresh again. You know?
Would you agree that this is something that needs to be in games now, like more games? Because I
It
honestly think it keeps you on your toes. It's a cool
true.
addition. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing this again. That and that social. Now you played Death Stranding, right?
Yes, beat it.
You remember the social network for that? Like when you're playing a boss and like a friend can send you supplies, like a random
Yeah.
guy
Hmm.
that you've helped along the way by helping the bridges and all that. Depending on your likes, you can get like people to send you stuff. That stuff like that, I wouldn't mind in games. Honestly, that would be cool. That's a new way of approach, like
Yeah.
connecting with others.
Having that like social aspect. That was cool in Death Stranding. I really like valued
Yeah,
that. I thought that was impressive. Yeah, if we could get I could see that in this game, Returnal. I could see that like maybe nothing to make you OP or help you that much, but maybe
right.
you get like I don't know, like a different gun that's like hidden away somewhere or somebody leaves behind those little
One of those little
items.
adrenaline packs. Yeah,
Yeah,
little
like oh
adrenaline packs.
here's adrenaline, I don't need it. Here, I'm gonna leave it behind for someone else, kind of thing. Like that'd be
Yeah,
kind of cool. I think I could see that. I could see that going
yeah.
on. Shar, you want to read the super chat? I know we had a super chat
Well, I can't. Hold
from
on, let me scroll.
Luca.
Which one? Both of them.
No, the second one. I read the first one.
Oh,
Second one.
sorry, that's right, you did. Sorry. I'm professional. What are you talking about? Returnal is amazing. The difficulty got me questioning myself. The house scenes scare me. The $70 hurts extra with those crashes and glitches.
Yeah, we got to talk about those for
Yeah,
sure.
we definitely gotta
That's
get that
why I
out the way.
said this game is not perfect because luckily I haven't had any. The only thing I've had that's been glitchy is I had an enemy that was in a wall. It was one of the ground enemies, like those animal-like looking enemies that have four legs. It was one of them, and they were behind a wall, and I couldn't kill it, so I just ran past and left. But I know
Yeah,
I know Blaze has been going through it where he put it up on Twitter too. There's a video of it where he is in a room that's locked down. Now, if there's a
yeah.
lockdown, you can't leave unless you kill all the enemies, right? Well, this
Yep.
enemy is behind, it's a turret of all things behind the wall, and he can't kill it.
Wow.
So he's
See.
screwed. He's got to start over. And then I've seen glitches where they can't go through doors, which that
Yeah.
sucks. I don't know what else. There's been others. I'm trying to think.
So in my stream yesterday, well, Jack Moo's also having issues as well too. He
Hmm.
said he's like waiting for the patch, so he's like backing up his saves, and he's like he's gonna go back and play it when the patch is done. I don't know if you ran into this, but I had a crazy. It almost made me deaf in a sense because we were playing,
Uh-huh.
and it was in the upper parts of the second level. You know what I mean, like the second world, upper part,
Okay,
going up
like
the
up the
little
mountain.
tower, up
Okay.
the mountain. I had this crazy, like, real piercing, sound problem. Like, it was crazy. Like basically, it was a bunch of the little, creatures shooting at me, and then the screen, like you hear like this crazy screech in your ear, and it's on screen. You can catch it, but it's like it's very distinctive. You can hear it. It happened like 3 times in like 5 seconds in that area. And I was like, "What the? When guys, I
Damn.
couldn't." That killed me. I was like, "Guys, hold on, I need a minute." Like, I literally had to pause. So I was like, "Yo, guys, hold up." I had that. I had pop up in the world where like the ground was like, you walk on the ground, but it's like above you for a second, then it like fixes
Oh,
up. I
really?
had popping like
What?
that. Yeah, I've had weird popping. That all happened on the last stream. Um, no
Hmm.
lockdown, glitches yet, but I did have a enemy that like went up in the ceiling, got stuck,
Oh.
and then kept going up and up and up, and you
Oh,
couldn't kill him.
what?
Yeah, like basically, it's kind of like it's kind of one of those things
He
like
went
in
to
some
heaven?
games,
Like,
like
what happened? What'd you do to him?
basically, it's like when they fall to the bottom, right? Like how the game says they're still alive, even though they're
Yeah.
falling to their death and instantly falling.
Uh,
Okay, well this guy was infinitely floating instead of falling, so he went up. I was shooting at him. He had like a slither of health. I'm like, why the hell didn't this dude die? And he kept going up and up and up and up and up. Can't shoot it. I'm like, okay, am I locked down? Okay, I'm not locked down, so I kept going, but
Yeah.
it was some stuff
That's
like that.
funny.
I got
oh
shot through a
man.
wall as well, so I was like, what the hell? This game was, yeah. I got
Oh
shot through a wall.
wow.
That's
I'm
what
very
that, yeah.
methodical how I play stuff. Where I shoot, like Erica say, I'm very methodical how I like go about it. Like if I see a corner and I see a good shot, I'll wait for the projectiles, kind of.
Mm.
The damn projectile, like this is the wall. I'm shooting and I'm going out here to shoot. The damn bullet went directly through the wall, and I only had one shot left, and it killed me.
Ugh,
Wow.
So
that
That
sucks.
sucks. Yeah, forget that. I would have
I'm
been
crazy
mad.
issues.
Yeah,
Yep.
shoot. Crazy. Yeah, like I said, I only had the one enemy which I didn't mind. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave them because it wasn't a lockdown. Help me out. The less enemies, the better.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But man, the game. Let me talk about the sound in this game because you're talking about the
What's up?
screeching sounds. I was gonna ask you, like, you sure it wasn't just like a crazy ass enemy? But it like literally hurt your ears, probably, or like, is that bad?
Oh man, it's you just feel it. You know what I mean? Like you just like a real
Yeah.
screech. I can link it on. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it for you.
Oh
You can
man.
know this. Let
If
me
you
let
want
me
to,
share.
I'll definitely check it out after. But the sound in this game, you guys, definitely
Is it
one
good?
of the best sounding games I've heard in a minute. Like the atmosphere, like Shar, this game has me on my like the edge of my seat, like on my toes. Like I feel nervous, like because you'll just be walking right, and then you hear like
Yeah.
you hear like some weird like alien noises, and you don't know where it's coming from. You're like something's in
Mm.
here. So I'm like walking, and then I'm just looking at every corner. Anytime I hear something on the left, I'm looking. I'm just like nervous. Like
I mean,
what's here?
isn't it a horror game too?
It kind of
Like,
is, and that it's like eerie in that way of like, I feel like
Yeah.
something's gonna pop out, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
You're just like, but
mm.
something's in here. So I'm just constantly on my toes because not only that, but like the difficulty, of course, too. I'm trying not to die. I'm trying, like everything is
Sure.
trying to hurt you and kill you. So you're just like, and then the room's changing all the time, right? So like sometimes there's
you know what's really
water. You can't go in the water. Well,
Yeah.
at least in the beginning of the game, I can't go in water. There's lava sometimes. You can see it on the screen, actually, the gameplay that's on right now. There's
Yeah.
lava. So sometimes I mean, not sometimes, all the time, you really got to check your corners because the rooms are constantly changing. You can't just rush through because you might fall. You don't know the area. You can't memorize it because it changes all the time. So it's like a combination of things, but that sound design is incredible. And then you have the controller, which we got to talk about too. The haptic feedback is crazy on this game.
You can literally
It's
feel the
wild.
raindrops in the triggers, which is
Ooh.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a cool feature in the game. Usually I
Wild.
don't play games with headsets on, like like usually I don't play like that. I just have like the speakers playing and I'll listen. But let me tell you, like the way these PS5 games have been lately, it's like you gotta play them with headphones on. This is one of those games that just complements it so much, really, really well. Like it's so pronounced. You know exactly what's behind you. You think you killed the enemies. Do you hear those little footsteps right behind you? And then you see, that's something else shooting at you from this side. You just hear it, and it's very clear. And I love that they've like really just got that on point. So it's really next tier. The dual sense. I know a lot of people say it's a gimmick. Shout out to Rev. Says
Rev said
it's a
that?
gimmick. Yeah, he says a gimmick. He's like the dual.
Aw.
He's like the DS4 is better than the dual sense. Okay, Rev, we got you. But when you're going through these worlds and you just feel, especially when you go in that sand level, in the second level, and you can
Yeah.
kind of feel the sand shake as you're going through it, like in the controller. Stuff like that is so immersive. It just you really feel like you're a part of it. When you pick up the guns and you just feel how different they feel when you're shooting them with the dual sense. It's like it's next tier. It really is.
I gotta ask you, are you having an issue like I am where your hands are getting more sweaty than usual?
Yeah. I
Yeah?
get I got when we were playing the boss when you showed up, I was like, "Hey, Erica," my hands were literally shaking because I was like sweating.
Oh wow.
Because I
No, that
was
was how it was. I kept getting them down to like this much health, and I kept screwing up.
so you think it's like it's probably our nerves and probably like the adrenaline going through our veins
Oh, yeah.
maybe, but also I was honestly thinking it might be the haptics as well because when I was streaming yesterday, I had just started my stream. Like nothing crazy was happening yet, no bosses,
And
nothing.
it came back.
And I was already having sweaty hands like 10 minutes in, and that's not me. Like
What the hell?
It sounds
Do you all
wild.
have like PTSD from this game already? Like,
I don't
what
know.
is this?
I don't know, but it hit me, and
You're like expecting stuff, but you're not even doing it.
maybe
It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, sure. I would say, like
Yeah.
the last time I felt like that was when I was younger playing Call of Duty, where I used to get like nukes in the game. I'd never felt like that since. Like it's really
Mm.
that good. When you get to this part in the game where you're in this house, I don't know you remember what I'm talking about,
yeah.
Erica, but the house scene, that house scene is so intense because you can feel it as well, and your hands
Mhm.
start shaking, especially when you go to the window. It's like it's so good. It's so good.
I would love to see Char play this. You know?
I-
Let's get Char on that. You got
Get
I
Char
have
on
PS5?
here.
No, I don't have a PS5.
Yeah, I know. That's the
got my money on the
thing, man.
Switch.
Like, I can't imagine like if I didn't have a PS5 right now, I would be like jealous. Like, damn,
Yeah.
you know, like.
I'm not jealous.
Yeah.
You can feel how you
Uh,
want, but I'm not.
yeah, you don't know what you miss, so of course, you know what I mean? You don't know what
I
you
won't
miss.
know until something I want to play comes out.
Oh, we're mentioning something you want to play. It's called Returnal. You gotta play it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, no thanks.
You gotta
And
play
then
Demon Souls.
I
oh,
got
Demon
Monster
Souls.
Hunter.
Sure, I
I'm
ain't play no
fine.
damn Demon Souls.
I'm not playing no Demon Souls. Are you kidding?
Shoot. Do you think
Man.
I was gonna say, do you think our Souls experience? I know this game is not like Souls. I am not saying that, but just the
Yeah.
experience with hard, challenging games. Because I've played other games that are challenging as well, like not just Souls, but a lot of us relate on Souls because a lot of us play them, right? Do you think that
Yeah.
experience like kind of prepares us for this stuff, or not?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
If I hadn't played a single Souls game, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I ain't playing this. But no, like Souls games kind of teach you to be patient. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just take your time, really get to know what your foe, if that makes sense, what
Mhm.
you're fighting, type of thing. And that's why, a lot of people who are playing this are very like they're very strategic how they go about stuff. They might die, they'll think about it, what I do wrong, type of thing. That's literally what you do in Souls games. You die, you get the patterns, you memorize them, you beat them. And
Right.
that's exactly what it goes on here. So yeah, I think it's definitely like the Souls, like playing Souls games, I'll say it's a gift and a curse, right? It's a gift because you get to really like, how to America when you beat these bosses in these Souls games, you feel like you just conquered the most
Yeah.
insane thing, right? It's like that
Of course,
insane
yeah.
feeling. But the curse is these games end up taking a bunch of time, right? But also it just I don't know, it kind of changes you for the long run when it comes to a lot of these games. Fast-paced games, I still play those kind of methodically, even fast-paced
Yeah,
games.
that word methodically, I love that word because that's really what like you're saying, the Souls games teaches you that you read the room. You
Mm,
walk into, especially this game because they're constantly changing. If you have that moment of to breathe, if they allow you, because some of these enemies they just right away, oh, you come inside, we're on it. They're on you already.
Yep.
But sometimes you kind of get that little couple of seconds to look around. Okay, which way am I going to go? Or just when the enemies even appear, how am I going to approach this? Am I going to go aggressive? Am I going to hide behind this wall? Am I going to, you know what I mean? It's like you constantly got to think of the next move. You want to be ahead of them, you know? And the bullet hell, can I just say, is freaking amazing in this game. Visually, and when you get that perfect dodge through them or your avoid, it's so freaking satisfying. The weapons are
Sniper
satisfying.
badass.
That alt fire, oh my god, I could just do that all day. it's beautiful. And another thing too, I mean there's so much to talk about with this game, but if anybody has not played this and they're like wondering, well, what else is to this game? Is it just a shooter? What's up? Yeah, you're shooting. It's third-person shooter. Like we said, it's procedurally generating. But you're also in this like risk-reward type of gameplay. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen many instances where you're like going to pick up something and then it's like, well, you're going to get this health, but you're also going to get this bad thing to happen to your suit. Or I actually had this one today where I don't think this is a spoiler. I hope it's not. Maybe if you don't want to hear anything, don't listen. But there's this one item where it was like, oh, I thought you were leaving, Shar. I was like, I saw you in the corner of my eye. You're leaving? No.
Why? No. Yeah.
No, it was like basically when you pick up those obolites, is that what they're called? The currency?
Yeah,
Obolites? You pick those
the
up,
West.
you get healed, but you cannot pick up heals.
Yeah.
So I've had that one. I'm like, oh shoot, like that sounds great. I'm all killing stuff. I'm getting the little currencies or whatever. But then I'm like, oh, I can't pick nothing up. So it's like,
And then
you know,
like
risk
limit
reward.
what you got.
Yeah.
Those
It's a trip.
parasites are cool. Like the parasites are really cool, but they're like I don't know. Like I get it. It's kind of like again, it goes back to Resogun. Like you get those multipliers for your score. It's basically the exact same concept, but they made it like this. Um, I don't know. Like I'm 50-50 on some of them. Some of them didn't make no damn sense. It's like, hey, remove all parasites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not using that.
Yeah.
Oh, you get healed from obolites. Okay, that might come in handy. Oh, but you can't pick up an item, and I need to pick up this item because I'm gonna
Exactly.
beat this boss. I need to have an opportunity to heal myself. But also, I don't know if it's part like I don't know if it was like something I picked up, but I don't know if this happened to you. But you know, like when you die, you think you're dead, and then you just wake up and you're not dead. Your character gets back
The
up.
second chance. Is that what you're talking about?
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have that.
I didn't know. Is that like a perk you got to pick up? I didn't know how that worked.
Apparently it's well, I don't know about the rest of the areas, but the first area I did
Mm.
pick one up and it helped
Oh,
me on the
okay.
boss. I actually died at the boss, but I was resurrected. So I do have a video up where I called it Shadows Die Twice, Returnal.
Ah,
Because I was like, what is going on? Sekiro? What is this? Because that's what I thought of, the Shadows Die Twice, getting
yeah,
that res. And
such a good game.
I thought I was
Second.
dead. I gave up or I had my hands in the air. I was streaming. I'm like, the game's still going. I'm like,
Oh
oh my God,
wow,
what is happening? And I was on the third phase. So like I cleaned up, I got him out of there and I did it. It was a trip. Yeah.
man. Shard, just to give you an example, what you're missing out on.
Mm.
Oh,
Notice how I'm pressing on them. Let me do it this end.
oh
Notice how
no.
I'm pressing all the way down, right? In
Yeah.
this game, these lock
Yeah.
Mm.
in
Midway.
the middle of the game, like midway when you're playing.
Oh.
And they also shake, you do all this great stuff. So basically, when we're talking about that, you said PTSD, it is elevated when you're pulling these triggers. I'm telling you out there, you're missing out some crazy
There
immersive
you go.
stuff.
Yeah, because the trigger, when you push it like halfway, there's like resistance there. That's just your normal
Yep.
bullets or whatever. And then when you have your it's called alt fire, right? It's like a cooldown,
Mm.
and you press it all the way. When you have it, it shoots out this crazy, like all kinds of stuff coming out your gun, and then it has to cool down. It's like a power, I guess, for your
Yeah.
guns, and then those get upgraded, and it's
Mhm.
so good. It's so
Some of the
good.
alt fires are kind of abysmal though.
Which one?
Like the pistol.
Mm.
I hate the
Oh, the
pistol.
pistol.
I hate the pistol. It's like it shoots a taser. I'm like, no, get me away from this gun. I'm not getting close.
I'll give
I
you
need a
one
gun.
worse though. A gun I hit worse.
The shotgun.
The shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, for certain enemies, it's cool because obviously they're real up close and personal. But no, like, but throughout the
Nah.
whole game, no, I don't ever pick it up anymore. I picked it up like once or twice. I'm like, I'm done. I'm good. I'd rather have the pistol.
All right, that's odd, man. I'm like, I can speed run this past this part, but when I get that carbine, it's like, oh, I feel free. When I get the carbine, I
You're
can move.
home. Yeah, I
Yeah.
call it Old Faithful now because it's just like
Old Faithful.
that's my baby. It's like, well, yeah, once you get it, you're like you feel way more confident. Like, oh, I got this now. We good. I don't know. Shar, you have any questions about this game or anybody in the chat have questions? I'm trying to think what else we could talk about. There's a lot to talk about, man. And I'm probably forgetting things. It's a great,
No, I don't.
it's a crazy experience. Like for me, I mean, if this means anything to anyone, like people know, and I just said it, like me and roguelites don't really mix that well. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to say this is like a full-on roguelike because there's more things going on. There's like Metroidvania going on. It's an action shooter at its core. I mean, you're these weapons and like the dodging, all that stuff is so fun, is so satisfying. But if you are somebody who was like me, like hesitant, like, "Ugh, I don't want to start over all the time," but hey, man, if you like a challenge and you're decent at games, I'd say if you're just decent, if you got patience, it's very rewarding. And once you kind of get in the groove of it, it's a treat for sure.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like challenge. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think
Especially
yeah.
game journalists.
Oh, Shar, you starting off messy.
That
Ooh.
segue.
No, that's our next topic. It's a segue, damn it.
That segue
Whoa,
was
that's-
I was
clean.
Oh, well.
Thanks.
It's
You
crazy.
know.
I looked at the time of like how long we've been
Yeah,
chatting.
I know. You've been talking about Returnal for literally like what, like more than 30 minutes.
Listen. Even when I'm like playing
It's
this
that good?
game, when you're playing
I'm
it,
not
oh my God.
stopping you.
When
I'm
you're-
not stopping
I know,
you.
but
Sorry,
we
you gotta-
do have another topic to talk about.
Time is like, what is time when you're talking about this game and playing this game? You start playing, 2 hours to go by. You're like, what
man.
happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
I could talk your ass. I could talk your face off about Monster Hunter, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I'll put
that
that
was
in the
fine.
background just for you, Shar. I'll get some
Aw,
Monster Hunter
thanks.
gameplay.
Oh,
But yeah,
my
we do need to
guy.
talk about these journos, you guys.
Do you think they played this game?
Struggling.
Do you think they really played this game? The
Returnal? Well,
Yeah.
they reviewed it.
Yeah. What's up with that review though?
Oh
Ouch.
man. I never even know where to begin with this friggin' topic because there's so much going on. Like BitCloud, what are you up to date with that's been going on? Because the whole week, it started off early in the week. There was something, there was that article about near replicant, right? You know which one I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah.
By that girl, Dia. We'll just call her Dia.
Yeah.
That girl.
That girl.
I'm gonna call her it.
Whoa, whoa.
Wow.
We won't go into that. But
Whoa, hey.
let me get the where is that at? You want to get it, Char? What was it
I got
saying in
it.
the title? Read it for us.
From her tweet, you mean? The tweet that we were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
Out of battle is the best version of combat in the new near replicant. Is
Actually,
that what you're talking about?
I have that here, actually. Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Letting the AI take over put me in the director's seat of a high-intensity post-fantasy anime, and I'm never going back.
Mm.
And then there's another... there's another little snippet here. Do you want me to read all of it?
I should did this super chat first. Let me do the super chat first, then we'll get into
sorry.
it. So melodic. Oh, I can't play the thing right now. I have a soundbite for him now. Shout out to Melodic. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong now. Sheesh.
Did that naturally now.
I said it naturally. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Melodic. I'm so sorry.
My God.
I'm so because people say his name so wrong. And that's been a running joke for like weeks already. And it's becoming like natural.
God, you just created a meme out of
I'm
melodic.
so sorry. Okay, so he sent a super chat. He said if you get
Create a meme.
If you get a malfunction that damages you every time you pick up an item, restart your run. So he's talking about Returnal. Yeah, those malfunctions can be a killer for sure. I don't know if I'd restart the run. I mean, I don't know if I would just try not to pick it up. Maybe? I don't know. But if it's something that happens, yeah, maybe you're screwed. I don't know what happens to me, you guys. I apologize. I've been tired. I've been playing Returnal like crazy. Anyways, let's continue on subject. Char, go for it.
I'll read there's like a little another snippet for the listeners of the podcast, not the watchers. Okay, so you know what I can't do? Perfect dodge 100% of the time. I can't perfectly parry 100% of the time either. And not having to worry about how many times I push square or triangle was not only an emotional quality of life improvement, it took a massive load off the aging joints and ligaments in my hands. At 38, with the amount of console games I have to play for this job, anything that takes stress off my hands is a godsend. I think there was another... Is there another? And then there was another little, like, in the comment section, there's another one. Honestly, more games need to steal this. Yes, even Dark Souls. Is another
she just had to add that in there.
You had to just poke the fucking Dark Souls in there.
You just had to add that in there. My gosh. Like, it couldn't get any
That is
worse.
Unnecessary. That last comment, I think, is unnecessary in any capacity. It's fucking stupid. Anyway.
That's why Dark Souls games are considered niche. They're not for everybody.
It's a joke.
Exactly.
When it comes to Dark Souls games, you have to know what you're getting yourself into, first of all. These games don't hold your hand. These games don't tell you where to go. They give you full freedom, and it's up to you. Hence why in Bloodborne, you can beat the game and only beat, what was it, like 5 bosses, 6 bosses in that game, and not beat the rest.
Right.
So the fact that she's like, oh, the fact that you can, like, she's saying that we need options like this in games. Now, first of all, if you're disabled, like, I would say this is cool for, like, those who are disabled. You know what I mean? Like, gamers who can't really play. That's fine. That's a different story. But when you're talking about your job as a reviewer, and your job is to play, experience, and and tell us what it's about. Give us a detailed explanation of what we are supposed to get ourselves into. Again, Souls games, Souls fans, they know what they're getting themselves into. You don't really need to say much about the Souls aspect, but when it comes to other stuff, it goes, to that same thing. If actually saying that we need to have like auto boss fights and all this stuff, it's like, no, that's something that shouldn't exist. So she lost me with that.
The whole
what happened afterwards is what killed me personally.
There's more to this whole story, and because this was like beginning of the week. I think this was like Tuesday or something like that. And Char, I don't think you're caught up beyond this, right? You're kind of like,
Char's in for a treat for this one. Shout out to Luca. Luca didn't let this woman breathe.
Talk me through it, because I'm one of the viewers now. Come on.
All right.
Should help me out because there's a lot to this, and I'm just like, let's try and keep on track with it. Like, what happened next? So this happened, right?
Okay.
This
Yeah.
happened. This article. This was going around Twitter. This was on Tuesday. Come Thursday, it got wild. Even more wild.
Yeah. I feel a little. Yeah. Probably.
I need to clear my throat,
Okay.
so Bit, take over.
Okay, good. So after the whole debacle with the article, pretty much every gamer from every spectrum came at this woman and was like, no, we don't. No, we don't. We don't need nothing like that in games. You need to either get good or find a new hobby. That's basically what people were telling her.
Mhm.
She went on a blocking spree.
Oh.
And blocked pretty much everybody and started talking trash. And then they started looking up her looking her up for the most part, and they found some crazy tweets.
Oh.
Like her calling
give
out
me these.
PlayStation. Like she was going after PlayStation Execs, saying how many PlayStation Execs I can piss off in 24 hours.
Neil
Then
Druckmann
she
was
went
another one.
Neil Druckmann. She
Yeah.
called Neil Druckmann a cuck, I think, or some weird stuff. I forgot.
Something wild.
Luca, do you have the tweets? Something like that. I know you got the tweets. So I know
Luca got her
But
back.
Yeah, Luca got that. But she said crazy stuff to Neil Druckmann. Then she started calling out Jim Ryan. She was just doing some wild stuff. And I'm sitting there going, whose lost child is this, y'all? Like, who she work
Damn.
for? That's how I was when I saw her going her little crazy outburst. Like, who was this woman?
Let me add
But
something
then-
too. Let me add something about the blocking. A lot of us never even spoke to her before. We
Yeah.
were preemptively blocked, and there was a bunch of us. Like, I was blocked because I was curious. Like, oh, who's this girl? You know, like let me see her Twitter because you want to see what's going on. I was blocked, and then I noticed many other people were blocked. So I was like, okay, something's connecting us. Either somebody we're following or what's going on. And I actually guessed it was Colin. I guessed it was Colin
Had
Moriarty.
to, yeah.
Yeah, because I figured
Yeah.
a lot of us follow him. He's a big, name or whatever. But I just want to add that in. Like, a lot of us were blocked before even speaking to her. So
Not only that,
Yeah.
though, this woman went into pure panic mode and just started blocking people who liked Colin's tweet.
There,
To her,
yeah.
I think that's also that's what the thing too. So if you like the tweet, more likely you got blocked. Because I wasn't blocked by her, but I was like, yeah, I don't want this trash on my timeline, so I hit block. But she started just deleting her or she didn't delete her tweets. She started privating her tweets and all that stuff. And I'm sitting going again. It's one thing to go on social media and run your mouth and talk all this crap. It's another to try and act, play the victim like, oh, I ain't doing anything wrong, and then just doing all this. It's like it doesn't make sense to me. It really don't. She's wild. It was just a wild day, and shout out to Luca. Luca had a field day.
Luca
Oh,
did put up a screenshot of her other tweet. And this was after her review of Returnal, because she did review Returnal and put up, there was a quote from that review, and I don't have it on me, unfortunately. Maybe Luca's sending it at this moment. I have no idea. But she compared the Xeno in Returnal, like the aliens.
God, that was her?
That was, yeah. So you know what we're talking about then.
Fuck off. I saw that. I was like,
did
oh my
that.
God, who's
Oh,
this idiot?
the
What did
reach
she
was
say
real.
also? No, what did she say about? She said something. It was one game she was comparing to Republicans and Democrats.
No, it was Returnal. It was Returnal.
Was that Returnal?
Yes,
She said- okay.
yeah.
Okay,
She reviewed it, and because there's like
Oh
aliens
my God.
and Xeno whatever. Oh, it's like the Democrats and the
Talking about-
Republicans. It's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't have the quote right in front of me, but maybe Shar, you
I
can find
can't
it,
either.
or
I can't
somebody.
find it.
Yeah, we need to be more prepared.
But-
But yeah, just
I
just
saw that.
just reaching for like some kind of political connection with this
Footing
game.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And so,
So
of course,
weird.
people are like, what is going on here? And Mr. Colin Moriarty, retweeted it, the screenshot of that quote, and just put what? And so a lot of
Yeah.
us were retweeting.
Yeah.
As you should.
That's all you got to say. Like, what are you,
Like-
what does this mean? You know?
Right.
And I think she took that and everyone else's backlash, which, I mean, are you surprised? You wrote this, like, you didn't
No.
expect this coming.
So stupid.
After that, she had a fit. I quit. I'm done. I'm leaving, and she started blocking people more. She privated her tweets. I mean, full on
Like-
just falling apart on Twitter.
Obviously,
I just
she
sent it to
was.
you, Erica.
You said
Oh,
it.
you did? Okay.
Obviously, she was not prepared, and I don't know how you couldn't be prepared for this kind of reaction from the internet when you write something like that. I really don't understand.
Oh, I got it. Luca sent it to you. Thank you, Luca. I see it.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to
So
Luca.
you want to read it bit? F words involved? We don't mind.
I don't know.
Get them F bombs going.
Get him.
Which one you want me to do? The Neil Druckmann one?
The one oh you didn't send that one. No, the one where
I
she
said that one.
where she quit Twitter, basically.
Good.
Do
No.
I have her tweet from the Twitter?
It's
Hold on.
weird.
I gotta find that one.
I'm just
If
gonna
not,
quit Twitter.
I'm gonna
That's
have
one
to
thing.
Okay.
go for it.
She says, nah, you know what? I quit. Fuck this industry. Fuck everyone who let Colin Moriarty become a real voice in it. Fuck all the high-level games dudes who are friends with him. Fuck
what
everyone who still rolls deep with Greg Miller. Fuck all of it. Enjoy your AAA shit shows. I'm out.
What the fuck? What the fuck, man?
Oh,
Now you're
shit.
attacking people? What the hell?
I'm like, what does Greg Miller have to do with this
Yeah,
shit? Greg,
he didn't do anything. What did he do?
Greg Miller about to be a dad. He just tweeted that not too long
Right?
ago. Like,
I saw
I don't
that.
get it.
Oh, he is? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, they're about to
Crazy.
welcome a son, I think. He said.
Aw,
It was a cute picture. Anyways, but like, yeah,
Crazy.
no, like,
poor guy.
I love how she's. Wait, what's that first part about Colin? Say that again.
Let me go back.
Sorry.
Hey, man.
He was innocent. He didn't
she
do a
said,
damn
fuck-
thing. Go ahead. Sorry.
Colin's doing his job, and that's just be a voice. That's all he does. But
No, but like, what was it?
she said, "Fuck everyone who let Colin Moriarty become a real voice in it."
Okay, let him
Let that
become a
sink in.
voice. Let
Yeah,
him
let
become a
him-
voice.
Right.
He earned that spot. I
He
don't know
earned
what
his
the
spot.
fuck she's talking
Facts.
about, dude.
Yeah.
That's like me saying,
Oh my
fuck
God.
Jeff Keighley for letting him become a voice. Jeff Keighley bust his ass and grew his name
Exactly.
and became what he is. That doesn't make sense to me. But then she says, fuck all the high level games dudes who are friends with him.
Mm,
Again,
what does that mean?
nobody in gaming, first of all, that don't make sense. But first of all, in gaming is one of the hardest things to turn into something. All
Right,
these dudes
exactly.
grind and bust their ass to get where they need to be. I don't know where she's getting this attitude or where she's getting this like high
Right.
horse, but it's like, bro, stop. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. It doesn't. And you're looking more ignorant with each post. And that's where everybody came at her with. And she's like, I'm done with Twitter. Fuck everybody. Okay, if you're done with fucking Twitter, do me a favor. Hit delete and shut the fuck up. Like, I don't want to see this shit no more on my timeline. But
Yeah, I put it up on the screen.
that-
Super late, but
that broke
just
me.
so you guys could see it.
that shit broke me. I was like, bro, this is like top tier. Like, wow.
It's just
Wow.
the meltdown afterwards when it's like,
The thing I'm like confused about, and like,
yeah,
what the hell, man?
because I mean, I'm firmly of the opinion of like, if you're going to be a journalist and a content creator, you have a voice and you put your opinions out there and it's gaming, right? We're not attacking her, personally or nothing like that. If we disagree with you, like, you got to be able to handle that. That's
I mean,
something you got to be able to do. You can't just block people
Yeah.
and quit because people don't agree with you. That's not how it works,
I agree that some gamers can be dicks. Like, look at
Of
the whole
course.
Jeff Grubb situation. I can agree that, a lot of them are dicks and they can do weird shit, like with the sock accounts. I remember when the PS4 and Xbox One first came out, you had the weirdos with the sock accounts, like Harry Potter. Remember that shit, Erica? There was like everybody's shit. You saw those crazy accounts.
Yeah, I
People
think
do
so,
weird
yeah.
shit for this console war shit, but at the same time, that still doesn't excuse you for putting gasoline on the fire. If that makes sense. And she
Yeah, you're not.
she really made it worse.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, you're
Like
gonna.
Jeff Grubb.
Yeah.
Like-
He's kind of a part of this a little bit. This whole story going on because he did defend her.
Yeah.
Which was a little odd, but he was kind of trolling the whole day a little bit that I've noticed, so I wasn't sure how to take the rest of his tweets from that day. He was kind of going at like Xbox fans a little bit and doing things like that. It was odd, man. Twitter was just like on fire. There's just like things going on. I couldn't even keep up, to be honest, because I was working.
Turned the PC off.
I was working and I'm checking my phone like, whoa, more going on, more to it. And I'm just like scrolling like, wow, this is getting crazy. So it was wild.
You and Luca taking notes. I'm over here just like casually signing out of everything. I'm not doing this shit today. Y'all wild.
Oh man.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, just
I ain't want no parts. I was like, this
Yeah.
is too much.
It's one of those things where, like you said, there could be a-holes, of course. We've had our share of
Yeah.
blocks. I mean, I know you've blocked people, I'm sure I have.
Yep.
Because I feel like if they don't contribute anything to the criticism, like they're just straight up a-holes, they're not doing anything, they're just bugging you, yeah, get rid of them. But
Yep.
when people are just simply disagreeing with you, or you're taking away even the chance of them disagreeing with you when you're blocking them before you even speak. I've never spoken to this
Yeah.
woman. Trust me, I would have disagreed with a lot of this stuff she's saying. But she didn't even give me the chance to have like a back and forth,
They
a
didn't want it,
mature
apparently.
discussion. Yeah, she's not interested. She's not interested. in
Either
that.
she was taken aback by the fact that people were up in arms about this, or she was literally like, I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna go on a fucking blocking spree. Like, I'm ready for this shit.
Like I said what I said, but I'm gonna like not hear what you gotta say.
Like,
I'm
the
gonna sit
blow up?
protect myself.
Like, the only thing she did in the end was not, like, take a stand on anything. She literally just sullied the name of game journalists even more. Like, that's all she did.
That's
In
true.
the end of the day. Like, that's not cool.
The game journalists already got eyes on them for not even so much as beating the games.
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So that's like another thing. Like if you have this attitude about those who actually play the games, grow their names, and are doing even bigger things, like who would have thought Jeff Keighley's game awards show would be where it is today? I think a lot of us didn't think it would blow up to this, right? This has grown
Yeah.
beyond that to the point where he's even got console reveals at his show, that type of stuff. That type of stuff you got to grind and work for. So the fact that she's like just so bitter, it makes no sense to me. It really didn't.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe there's some jealousy there or some kind of,
It has to be, yeah.
And I love Colin. Yeah, I'm not gonna agree with him all the time and stuff, but he's compelling. Right. He's one of my like people I've looked up to whenever I've written and things like that, because I used to write for sites and stuff like that, and he's always been one that has been super compelling to me. And I think subconsciously it's like, I want to be like that, I want to be compelling and stuff. And you don't have to agree all the time, as long as you guys are, everybody's mature and respectful and professional. It's like, you can have a back and forth. There's nothing wrong with that. But she's not interested in that. She's not interested in growing or getting better. I feel like you should be able to take criticism because sometimes it makes you better. So it's like, I don't know why you would even close the door on that to begin with. If you're a writer and you're somebody who's looking to, I mean, if you're jealous of somebody like Colin, wouldn't you think, well, I should get better, and so maybe I should have open ears to things that could help me? I don't know. I'm just saying. But it was
logic should, kick in. Like, if I want to be like him, let me work on my craft. Let me fix what needs to be fixed on my side, and then work for it. Again, I'm not saying being positive 1 week's gonna make a change, right? I'm not saying being positive for 2 weeks gonna make a change. No, it takes time. You got to work for that type of stuff. You have to grow it naturally. So a lot of people give up on that type of stuff and chase clout. Chasing clout with these type of messages, going after executives, that's how you destroy bridges and destroy relationships. Exactly. It's not how you do it. It really isn't. And she's going to learn the hard way if she ever, I don't even know if she's still at that publication, if she will ever get another recommendation. That's another thing. She got to think about her livelihood. If this is what you truly went to school for, journalism, and you just went and tarnished it like this over what exactly? You know what I mean? What did you gain out of this? Nothing. You know what I mean? You didn't gain an ounce of anything doing this and tarnishing these journalists. These journalists are still got their jobs. They're still, doing everything. Where are you?
Right.
So you gotta look at your longevity. But
I'm curious about her. Like, she mentioned her workload in that one thing I read or whatever. Was the amount of games I have to play in a week or whatever. I was like, what? How? I'm curious about that. Like, I like age and like your hands aside, like I've been playing a lot, so I gotta support. But so like like I'm just curious. I'm just like straight up curious, like how much she plays in a week to like be able to like have this job, or like what she has to do for her job. Like that that should have been something she should have brought to the like conversation when people are pushing back about like, well, what the fuck, you shouldn't be playing if you're hurting or whatever. It's like, well, if she had talked about her workload, maybe people would have been like, oh yeah, then you're like playing a lot, like some people anyways. But like the fact that she woke up and chose violence, like
No, yeah, she went about
Like-
it a totally different
Oh my
way than
God.
maybe she should have.
like
Yeah.
I
This
don't know,
woman got
man.
canceled for what? What you get
Exactly.
canceled for?
That's so
Nothing.
true. Like,
know how many
now
people-
what is she gonna do? Like she's not gonna be able to
Right.
do anything. Like nobody
I
like
can
not
I can name
I don't
so
know.
many people that want that job.
right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Who wouldn't want to get paid, literally paid, just to review games
And
and
write
you know
about
you
games.
play games.
Exactly.
You're giving your opinion about something that you love. That is a dream job for a lot of us. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people want. And the funny thing is, there are people who are more qualified than her that I know who put more time in these games,
hmm
and she gets it. And this is what they go for over someone like that, someone genuine. Like
Right.
that's a bad look for journalism. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just it comes down to either how you work these titles, how quick you get these titles up. I don't know, but it's not looking good for journalism.
it is crazy when
Yeah.
you think about it that way. Like all that just for some clicks, like,
Mhm.
and that's kind of the joke when it comes to journalism, just in general. Like the clickbait, they do anything for. Look at Kotaku. Kotaku puts out some wild, random stuff that people just click to see the nonsense, but it's a click. And so just imagine like you're doing all this meltdown on Twitter, you're doing all this extra stuff for some clicks, and you're burning all these bridges along the way. It's like they don't realize the damage they're doing just for like one hit piece. That one piece is not worth it when you can have a whole career of like, you know what I mean? Good pieces.
Yeah.
And
Kotaku-
clout, I guess. Clout that comes naturally and builds over time.
Yeah.
Colin, like we said, these guys worked their asses off for it.
Yeah.
And did it in a real way. And maybe they did some clickbait here and there and stuff, but at the end of the day, they were like real gamers. They weren't having these kinds of crazy meltdowns like this, as far as I know.
Yeah.
And they worked hard.
Yeah.
So it is what it
What
is.
was I about to say? Didn't Kotaku fall for like an April Fool's prank?
I think,
Yeah,
Pretty much
I think
destroyed-
they did.
just
Yeah.
destroyed- yeah, they did. Yeah.
Was it
That
Halo?
was so
Infinite.
fucking funny.
It was
dude.
Halo. They're like, Halo Infinite's been delayed. I'm sitting there going,
No, it's not.
that's not even the official Twitter. The official Twitter has a check mark. That's not
How
a real
did
check
they?
mark.
Oh my god, that's
Like the dude didn't even proofread it. He just was like,
Bruh.
"Oh, it's delayed.
Oh my god.
That
Let me
shit
go
gets
write
me
this
so-
article."
It's
so thirsty, so fucking
was,
thirsty for
it was.
content. Like, I'm gonna write about this fake ass tweet, and then they like went back on it later. Like, actually, no, it's not.
Like,
real,
guys, we're gonna do a better job of proofread. I'm like, shouldn't you do that
Oh.
naturally? Shouldn't it
Yeah.
be somebody who overlooks this naturally?
How long does it
Before
take
it goes out?
to click a Twitter account? It's 1 second.
No.
Like, let's see, is this really Halo? Let me click.
Right?
Okay,
Even
it
It
is.
tells you in the
even the
fine
handle.
print. Yeah.
They took a
and then there's
screenshot
another
in
thing,
that
they don't
amount of
even
time.
know.
You know?
Yeah, and they don't even know who they work with. Like a lot of these dudes don't even know who works for who at that point, because in the fine print it said a certain name in there who's not even with the company no more. So it's like
Yeah.
that should have been a dead giveaway that it was fake. It's like
Stupid, man. It
Just
just
not
tells you they don't
even-
know what they're doing. They just
reading
they're
reading
so-
comprehension is not high in
yep.
any of this.
Isn't there a quote or
Uh.
something where it's like they'd rather be first than wrong or something like
No
Yeah.
that?
last.
Or
Literally
last
that.
or wrong. Yeah. They'd rather be wrong and first than
Mhm.
like last and right or something like that. Something to that extent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because
I s-
nobody reads the ones that come last.
That's
Yeah, it's all the clicks. I'm telling the clout, man. It's a drug to
Yeah.
people. I saw. It's just wild to me. Like,
true. The retention. That's why
Yeah.
dudes like, oh, I got sources. I'm an insider. Look at me.
My uncle works for Nintendo.
Hey, I just got these set from Corsair. I'm an insider.
Oh shit!
the hell is that? Oh shoot. Okay, is
Yeah,
that
look
some?
at that.
I see. Okay, bit. I see you.
Why are you flexing on
Why are
us,
you
man?
flexing
What the
right
fuck?
now?
Get out of here!
You trying to
Put
make
that
us
shit
feel
down.
bad? What's good?
I'm an insider.
I'm an insider. he
Hook
says.
me
I'm an
up.
insider. I'm saying.
Hey,
No.
hook me up. What are you, Erica? Fuck off! I'm the one running a potato out here.
True.
God
Yeah,
damn.
Char needs the hookups if anything. That's true.
Oh
We'll see.
man.
I gotta DM a dude about something anyway. But yeah.
Man.
But yeah, no, like I don't know. Is that all we wanted to say about that? Because honestly, there's nothing else to say other than she tarnished the names of so many game journalists again.
It's been gamers versus
It's
the
a joke.
journos. I
Game
mean,
journalism is a joke now, and it's because of people like that.
Yeah.
You know what it really is, Char? You know what it really
Mm.
is?
So,
The thing is about gamers nowadays, gamers, especially when it comes to news, when it comes to stuff they want to talk about, they've been using YouTube, and a lot of us now relay news in some capacity. You know what I mean? We all talk about it, whether it be a podcast or, in my case, daily content for news, right? A lot of these journalists are not even needed as much as you would think. A lot of them
Yeah.
are not.
Yeah.
You know, because most of the stuff people get from like they'll see it from like the top execs like Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and then they'll immediately run to their channels, upload it after as their content and push it around. That's kind of been the thing here. So journalism as a whole, that's why you see them doing even more crazier stuff. Like with these hit piece articles. And these hit piece articles, it's not even just about games. They'll go after YouTubers for these hit piece articles, to try slander their names and go, well, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I wouldn't believe him. And it's like, even if that person was right about like majority of the stuff, that's just how it is. It's like it's very territorial now for them because they're not really that needed. And you see Dia.
That's true.
I mean,
I think there is like a some kind of jealousy. Or what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so freaking tired. Damn you, Returnal. But yeah, there's like journals that they just don't like YouTubers and don't like they probably think in their mind it's so easy. Like, oh, you're just making a video. I'm over here working my ass off writing this article and playing this game all
Writing
week.
an article takes like
you know what I mean? Like they probably feel
resentful.
That's the word I'm looking for. Like resentful towards gamers and YouTubers because even like Jason Schreier, he's been on record saying like gamers are entitled and things like that. The journals, they do these things where it's like gamers are gonna like them even less and less and go to the YouTubers. They're not helping themselves out to be trusted or anything. You know what I mean? Like they're just burning all these bridges and they don't even realize it.
Right.
I've
heard him on a podcast. I think I've heard him on Weapon One, Jason Schreier, and I heard him on Press Start as well too. The dude has how do I say this? The dude's voice is so weird, right? He has like that demeanor, you just want to punch in the face type of guy. That's how Jason is. Jason is weird, personally. I just don't like Jason. He has the weirdest takes in gaming. He really does, and he's got like this arrogance about him. It's like, who are you again? What do you do again? That's what he is. And for the record, by the way, these are not capture cards.
Oh, what are they?
RAM sticks.
Oh, RAM. That's what okay, I couldn't really see because
even better. I need so much RAM. Dude.
Listen, Char needs RAM. Char needs a lot of things. Let's not even lie about that.
She on the desktop, not a laptop, so she already in the good spot.
I fucking
what?
Huh? I need new tower. I need everything. I need literally. If you saw my specs, you'd be like, how the fuck are you even doing anything right now?
I doubt it's that bad.
Oh, buddy, I'll send you the later. I'll send you later. I'll send you after. But yeah, no, I was gonna say in the chat, but I'll say it here now because I have the floor apparently. The only game journalism website I actually pay attention to is Silicon Era, and they like don't even do games journalism. They just do like news updates, and it's like it could be as short as like 100 words and like a video and being like announcing stuff, but because it's all in one place and there's multiple people like posting a day and it's like constant, it's like a really good news feed. I'd rather that than like a full-on review, like 800 words of like this is how the game is or whatever, right? I'm gonna go watch a fucking video for that, obviously, because it's hard to talk about games when so much of games is just visual, like baseline visual. Like
this is how IGN, if you really think about it, IGN sticks out amongst all the journalists. I'll tell you why. They don't just talk about them on their website in their little articles. They have videos to go with them.
They've had videos for a long time.
They've been doing that for a minute
with the thing. It's like they post the video, but then they have like the script. The basically,
right?
Well, not almost, but
it's like a
that's kind of
paraphrase
the way for a lot of people.
Yeah,
that's like the way of going about it. Like people, like gamers nowadays, they want to see the game. If that makes sense. Yeah. And they don't mind hearing the details. You can show the details. You can show like a little screenshot of what it does, what's this, or the crazy transition. You can do that stuff, but that's kind of what people want to do. See, reading for a lot of these dudes, they don't really do much of that. Like it's not like back in the day when we had those cheat books. And read that little cheat codes in the books.
Right.
We don't have that no more. Man, we have to do that stuff. We we had to do all that. Like, a
Reading,
lot of
what's
people don't like
that?
that. Yeah, what's reading? I remember I used to go to the library just for damn cheat codes to a game.
Oh
Like,
shit, true though.
That's
so
true. Yeah, the climate has
yeah.
definitely changed forever. I mean, it's all video content, podcasts, like even that like may change and it's going to be streaming, it's going to be live reviews and like, you know what I mean? It's constantly people want like quick content. They're not trying to read a whole article and you know what I mean? They want to see that quick 7-minute, 5-minute review on IGN. I'm clicking it. Shoot. I'm clicking that way more than the actual articles. I'm not clicking them. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
We could end the podcast with our thoughts on Ratchet. What do you guys think? Because Ratchet and Clank did
He's
have
not. He doesn't look soft enough.
Hey,
How dare you?
you jumping ahead, Char?
How
That's
dare
my
you?
What?
complaint.
You
You
asked.
taking my complaint? What's up? You agree?
How dare you? How dare you?
I'll play it in the background here.
Actually, for real though, I was watching it earlier, guys. He actually doesn't look that soft.
He looks a little, I don't know, it's weird. But the game, I mean, we could just get our quick thoughts before we get out of here.
Yeah, go ahead, go.
Bit,
for
you
it,
wanna
go for it.
you wanna start us off? Like I know you watched it, right? I think you streamed it. Did you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Streamed the
Well,
whole
what'd you
thing.
think? What'd you think?
10 out of 10
It
for
looks
the visuals.
so good.
10 out of 10 for that gameplay. Solid to the point. Love the new additions. The new character looks interesting. I like how they were talking about the SSD, going to the little different worlds, the little dimension thing. So that's another cool addition. It looks good. The grinding is in the game. The new ways of going around with the parkour-esque element. It looks good. I really like what they've done. They've really taken that game to the next level. You know what I mean? You know what's really a shame though? It was that one shot where they were playing the game and he was just standing still and you saw the city. That city looked incredible. That city looked like Cyberpunk in a weird way.
What?
You know what I mean?
No.
That looked
That-
more
no, hold on,
Cyberpunk than
hold on.
Cyberpunk.
That
That was
city
incredible.
looked more like Cyberpunk than Cyberpunk looks like Cyberpunk. Okay.
Okay, well,
Oh,
there's that too.
man.
But I'm just saying, that felt like a jab. And I remember they put out a tweet after the game was shown. They was like, oh, we're built differently. I'm sitting there going,
I mean, they are.
y'all are. How many games have
Like-
y'all have dropped Insomnia? They've done
Oh my God.
Spider-Man
they're
PS4. They've done
beasting.
Miles.
They are
They've done
beasting.
this. It's like, and they're tweeting Resistance and
Oh.
Sunset Overdrive.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah.
that's like the most versatile studio I've ever seen. In 3 years, they've had 3 games. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is insane. I've never seen anything like that. That is legit insane. So
Beast
whatever
games,
they're
too.
doing is dope. Like that's like honestly, I would rate Insomniac number 2, number 3 on their top list of Sony game like developers. I'll say, like obviously Naughty Dog would be the top, number 1 for them.
Santa Monica.
Sony Santa Monica absolutely is 2, and then they would be 3. That's how good they are. Their craft has been shot up to another level with what they're doing. This looked like a Pixar movie times
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
And I remember playing that on PS4, the PS4 version of this.
Yep.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, there's no way you can get any better than this. You know what I mean? Like, this looks good. This looks better than the movie. This is overdoing the movie in so many ways. Like not Age of Ultron. What was it? Endgame with like Thanos looks in the game.
Mhm.
This is like that type of production. It looks that
Yeah.
good. It looks so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
No, I know.
definitely. I mean, you said it. The Pixar movie. I said the same thing. It's like I felt like I was watching a movie. I was watching this,
Right?
the little cutscenes and stuff, and I was having some fun saying, I was doing a little nitpick about his fur that it didn't look that soft. I was like, if I have to nitpick, that's like the one thing. I was just reaching at that point because everything. I mean, what can you say? And to me, also another thing is the field of view. I wish it was backed up a little bit. Like some of the combat looks amazing. Like it's so much going on, but it's the camera to me is a little close at times. So I wish
I feel
it
like
could
the
back
camera's
up.
even. Isn't the camera like it feels farther back than I played was it the remake? I can't remember. I
Talking
played
about
one.
2016.
Yeah, I played that one in the beginning of this year. I feel like the field of view in this game is about the same or actually farther back than that game.
It's like it fluctuates. There's parts where it looks good,
Well,
like it's
yeah.
far back. I'm like, cool. But then like when he's deep in the combat and he's like dodging and stuff and jumping,
it's always
kind
like
of
that, though.
closer. Yeah, that's a Ratchet. That's the way they work. But
Yeah.
that's like my only thing. Like it just looks so good. Graphically, especially when they went into that world where, or that area where it's like so green and like
Yeah, I'm watching that
luscious,
now.
Yeah.
That's
the
fucking nice.
sunlight coming through,
Oof.
like just
Get that ray
gorgeous.
tracing.
You see how
Gorgeous.
oh, the ray tracing, yes, but you see how fast it was when she was like on that little creature and she was
Mhm.
like running. It was like running and she was jumping through portals.
Yeah.
That stuff was just like I didn't even think we can do that with the console. Like that is crazy, and
Looks
we're
good,
just
man.
now starting the gen. Imagine
Yeah.
what they're going to be doing later on. That's a cool, exciting thing. What's going to happen in the future? What else you going to do? Are we going to see more of this? Are we going to see different risk? You know, that is really good. I really like that. It just was dope.
Yep.
It was a little shame though. There's no like, well, obviously the game's not out yet, but it'd be cool if they finally get with the times. You know, get with the trend here and come out with those customized plates for PS5 because everybody wants them.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if you had a Ratchet and Clank custom plates to go with this game. You know, make make the
Hey,
console look good. I'm just saying,
what's up, Sony?
Shoot.
You
do
listening?
it.
Like,
Do it.
That
yeah.
console is calling for it. I mean, you got those side
Really?
plates on it. It's like literally like, give it color, give it something.
Give it
Put some
something.
characters on there. Like, man, they
It can't
could
be that hard. It can't be that hard to switch that thing out. I haven't like taken a PS5 apart, but it can't
I've
be
never
that hard to take
tried.
off the plates.
I've
You never
never
tried?
tried.
Oh, it's easy. They
Should
come right off. They snap.
They like do they snap
slide
off?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
they
slide
slide
off.
off.
They slide off.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
yeah,
fuck!
yeah,
That's fucking easy then. What
So
the
see,
hell?
yeah.
J-
Like,
they-
everybody was making a big deal about
What
it.
the fuck?
They could easily
Yeah.
sell like some custom, like legit, plates. God of
Yeah.
War.
A lot of
When
companies
oh my
already
God,
doing it.
when God of War comes out, do that. Have a Horizon one. I mean, it's
Ooh.
endless.
Man, I don't know if you've seen. So you remember how like that PS4, that God of War PS4, it had like the little axe on it.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? I don't know if you saw, but there was like a third-party company selling these little sleeves that go on your console, like your PS4 sits on it and it lights up. They put like a thing on. Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but it was they did one for the God of War PS4, and basically it was the axe, like just like the console, and it
Yeah.
looks like the axe is lighted up like in the game on the console,
Oh
and that was the
man.
thing.
Like
Damn.
blue colors.
Yeah, lights up blue.
Oh,
Yeah, imagine that type of stuff with the plates, like
Oh
custom
my
plates
God.
that light up. That would be dope. Like there's so many cool things you can do with the plates
that'd be
if you
sick.
really want to go
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really need to. I mean, it's like, come on, Sony. Come on, man.
Come on,
we would throw
man.
money at some of these plates if they looked, freaking amazing. I know I would.
Yeah.
Char,
It looked
you saw
amazing. What?
you saw the footage, the state of play. That's where this Ratchet.
Yeah,
was
it's
at.
playing on the background right now. I'm like looking back and forth, but yeah, yeah, it looks good.
Looks amazing.
If I had a PS5, I might play this. I don't know.
Them
I'm not a
colors.
huge Ratchet and Clank fan, but I mean, I respect it.
Yeah, me too. I'm not like a fan really of the series, but I mean, it just looks like this game just looks like you gotta play it. It's one of those where it just looks so gorgeous and like fun
Yeah.
gameplay and combat and stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Erica, check your DM.
So
Tell me
Oh,
that wouldn't be dope on a console nowadays.
let me see. Make sure I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no,
show
you
it
can
on the
definitely do a lot
stream.
with the plates.
Let me see.
I've seen people like painting their own plates on their PS5s and stuff.
Oh, I see
Hydro
it.
dipping them.
I see
Yeah.
the colors and wow, yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, like hydro dip console seems to be the way.
Oh yeah, the Hydro Dip
future.
would be super easy.
Yeah. What the chat think? What do you guys think of the gameplay though? Before we head
Trouble.
out here. Appreciate all the
Gameplay?
And
live
I-
viewers, man.
I mean, the gameplay didn't look like it changed much. It's solid anyway, so.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a lot of
Usually,
little. Or go ahead.
yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say usually when we see like a game early on, yeah, I remember like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, remember how like he was like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, y'all see this regular mission, this little contract, it easily transitioned into a naval mission. I'm like, bullshit. It ain't gonna happen like that. Game comes out, that very same mission doesn't go anywhere near like that. He doesn't even run into the damn to the ocean.
Right.
He does something else, he gets killed. It's like, nah, stop lying. But this right here, the same as when we first saw it, hasn't changed, hasn't skipped a beat. Top tier. It's
Yeah.
probably gonna be my game of the year when it drops.
So seamless too, like the going into the rifts and all that. It's like you're in one
yeah,
environment, rift through the next, and it's like a totally different atmosphere, and it's just seamless, like quick
Mhm.
and freaking awesome. That's impressive on its own, I think. Not a lot of
Are
games
you
are doing that, you know?
getting Resident Evil? Any of you
No, I'm not.
Oh,
skipping
Yeah.
Resident Evil? Oh wow.
It's only because I have to.
is that a surprise?
I have to. I can't do the first person thing. I get motion sickness.
Oh
with
yeah,
those.
Erica gets
So
motion sickness, and
I
I just don't
physically
play those
can't.
games. So
You can't do. Oh wow.
Yeah. Char's just scared, but me, I physically can't play.
yeah, I don't like horror games. Fuck that.
Char don't want the
I'm
smoke.
not gonna play that shit unless I'm playing it with somebody. I was talking about this with one of my friends. He was like, I'm not playing Code Vein alone. And I was like, what if I played Code Vein with you? What if we co-opted? And he was like, I might play it. And I was like, I might play it if I co-opted, actually.
Oh man, the hand holding. Oh man.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course. Fucking
see?
cling to a support person. I need a support person to play.
But see,
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
don't
It's
give
funny. It's funny that you say this, Char. I've been
What?
trying to play It Takes Two with you for like 15 years, and you
It's not
don't
a
want to
horror
play.
game. We're not talking about that.
It's horror to me. Okay, I'm scared. You need to help me out. Can I argue that point now?
Help you
if I'm
out?
scared?
You have a husband. I
People
I'm
are
so
trying to see
confused.
us play it, Char. We're a team. We need to play
It
this
takes
for
two.
the culture.
Yeah. For the culture.
Come on, people listening, help me out. You
The
know you want to see
culture?
this. Yes, the
Bring it up
backlog
culture, though.
audience demands it.
Oh my god. Do they?
I wouldn't mind
Let us
seeing that.
know.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
That's
It
fine.
takes two, both of you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think how many games have we played together? One?
No, we've played. Okay, so we've
Two.
played Neo.
Two. We played two. We played Neo and we played A Way Out, and that's it, I think. Is that
We've
it?
also played
That's it.
Destiny, if that counts. Destiny
Oh, that
2.
yeah, I guess we kind of played Destiny together, yeah.
Streets of Rage. We played that.
We hate Backlog, you're like shaking your head. He's like shaking his head about the Destiny thing. We had a moment in Destiny, Erica.
The
and I,
first
okay?
one, the
We had a
beta.
moment.
That was the
We
beta,
had a
Char.
No, we
was-
had a moment. Shut up.
That was long ago, okay?
It was you and me on the moon, looking at Earth. We had a moment.
So shouldn't this
Saying Erica's like
shouldn't
y'all unified. We got unity here. Yeah, it's a great.
Shouldn't
we play
this-
games with one another. Y'all only mentioned 4 or 5.
Char,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
think of that moment and think to yourself, don't I want to make more moments with Erica?
I would love that. Does it
Then
have
what
to
the
be It Takes Two?
Yeah, well, why not? It Takes Two. Why not? You don't want to play
I
it?
don't know.
They say
I'm
it's a
not
game of the year
super interested
contender.
in it. Ooh,
Everybody's
wow.
basically played it.
Yeah.
Well, except for me. Cause
When are we gonna play it, Erica?
Oh, another segue? Okay,
Uh-oh.
so we have a kind of an announcement in 2 weeks, because we're bi-weekly, all right? Our podcast is bi-weekly. In 2 weeks, it's actually my anniversary with Kenny. So I will not be here. I can't be here. Unless Char wants to run this podcast. By yourself, Char.
I'm not getting up to do it. No.
That's not gonna happen. So we wanted to throw it at the audience, and maybe BitCloud could help back me up with this whole It Takes Two thing. Maybe next week instead, we'll just come back and do the podcast, or we could play a game. Or, we'll be back next week instead of in 2 weeks. That way we still, I can go ahead and do my thing that week, and then we'll be back the following week after that, if that makes sense. So let us know, chat, and we'll be here next week instead for either a podcast. You know what? I say we play it by ear, Char. If the week is dry, if it's boring, there's nothing to talk about, we play. If it's amazing, crazy stuff happens this week, we do podcast. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
I think that's the
That's
plan.
fair. Yeah.
That's a good time because there's not really much happening.
Not
Shout out
yet,
to
anyway.
Dia for giving us something to talk about. 'Cause
Whoa, true.
Yeah, shout out to Dia.
Shout out to Dia.
Shout out
to
to you.
Dia. 'Cause
Shout out to you for blocking me before we even spoke.
Oh my
oh
god.
man.
Appreciate it. You're the real MVP.
I haven't gotten blocked, but that's because I'm not in that side of the internet. So
Oh man.
but yeah,
Imagine she was watching this podcast.
shoot, that'd be wild.
why would she be watching this podcast?
Because she's just like scouring the damn
I don't
internet,
know.
like who liked this
And she
tweet.
can block me now. Like,
Yeah, she's like, who liked this tweet? Who liked this tweet? Oh, it's a podcast about them. Listen.
yeah, sure.
What are they gonna say about me?
I'm sure she wants to hear more about how people are, getting on her case about shit.
Listen, I mean, we kept it professional. That's what we do here.
That's true.
You know, even BitCloud, he was Ryan the Professional. It was in his name. So, I mean,
I know.
we
My
had the perfect
DNA.
guest.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see what's up for the next show. So if you're listening on the audio version of this or wherever, even if you're listening to the VOD on YouTube, I just called it a VOD. That's cute.
Wow. Not
Let us
Twitch,
know.
but okay.
Let us know if you guys have any input you prefer, like either one or the other. I'm thinking we'll just play by ear, but we will be back in a week instead of 2. That's the ultimate plan and what you guys need to know. Great show, man. Bit, it was fun talking with you. My Returnal buddy. We're going through it. We're experiencing that game, and I thought you'd be the perfect guest for that. And it's always good to get your insights. Very compelling yourself when it comes to this content stuff. You want to let everyone know where they can find you, especially with that episode you got coming up with Housemark. Let people know what's up.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It was fun. Seriously, it's good talking to you again, Shar. And yeah, make sure you guys just hit that subscribe button. Everything, all the jazz, hit that like button. You guys can find me at Backlog Gaming, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And of course, Fridays for the RGD podcast. Now, for Monday, that's where we're going to have the Housemark dev on. So it's going to be pretty early. It's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for you guys. So we're going to be doing that, ask them all the bells and whistles, what's going on with the game, how this game happened. And after that Friday, I have an even bigger guest ready for you guys. I'll probably fill them in who that is after the show. But so we have another big guest for you guys for Friday. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff we're doing on the channel. A lot of cool opportunities I'm going to be exploring, and just going to be putting more like myself into the content. Obviously, I'm gonna be live streaming on the channel. I've been playing Returnal. We did part 2 yesterday, so more than likely we're gonna do part 3 again after this is over with. So yeah, that's it.
Nice. It's good to hear you getting some opportunities because like we've talked a little behind the scenes, about like content, doing this stuff, and I mean, since I've known you, you're very serious about this stuff, and like you get down when it comes to your content, so it's deserved. So I'm happy to see all the doors open. And Shar, what do you got going on? What's up with you, huh?
What's up with me? You can come follow me and watch me on Twitch, Drin_San, which is DRIN_SAN. I'm playing a lot of Monster Hunter. Like a lot.
Still.
Like I'm almost done the update. So I'm gonna be fighting Teoster today. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. But yeah, I'm a variety streamer, so I just stream over there. My schedule's all over the. No, it's not all over the place. That's Erica. What am I talking about?
Yeah, that's me. What you talking about?
I've got a schedule, so you can go check it out there. So yeah, that's where I'm usually. Or you can find me on Twitter, or mostly on Twitter. But yeah.
Actually, let me clear that up. That's the former me. Okay, Shar.
Oh shit!
These past 2 weeks, I'm on a roll.
It's like I baited you into talking about it.
You're on a roll. Let me say that. You're on a freaking roll with these damn transitions and segues. You're on it. Yeah, these past 2 weeks I've had weekly schedules. So like at the beginning of the week, I'm like, okay, I'm streaming this day for this week. I've kept to it the whole time. It's working. It's working, Shar. I'm doing it.
See?
Baby steps. So yeah, I have schedules
now. She's gonna beat games, guys. I'm ready. I'm so excited for you to beat games. Oh my god.
Can you not?
Oh man.
Just because you're at number 17 or whatever the freak number you're at for the year.
Yeah.
Can you believe this bit? Like how many games, Char? 17?
I have to double check again because I honestly don't look at it.
When you have to check, it's too many. I'm sorry. You need to chill.
That's cool. I mean, I rarely see.
It's not. Hold on.
Now, Shar games.
You rarely see people. You rarely see people talk about what they're playing. That's good.
Yeah.
I can get a list.
All about the games here.
Shar, she probably didn't fill you in on also
17.
Another thing I do as well.
What's up?
I platinum games. So
hey,
man. There's the people who finish games, and then there's people who platinum games, and I'm the one who finishes games.
Time out. So you saying this podcast has gamers on it? Whoa, time out. Hold the phone. Podcast with actual gamers?
I'm just saying,
Oh,
100, almost 140
Mm.
platinums. I'm just saying,
that's
you know.
awesome, dude.
I'm just
Get
saying.
it. I can't. I don't have patience for. I have patience, but I don't have patience for that specifically. So I
What?
do like people who do that. Dude, props. That's awesome.
Wait, do you play Persona?
I haven't gotten to 5 yet, but I
Okay,
played 3
there's
and
no
4.
excuse. No excuse.
What
But
the-
it's coming. Char will get to it.
Plenty of
I'll
excuses.
play.
I'll get
Number
to it.
one, that game is
I'll play.
120 hours, and I don't have 120 hours to play that game just yet. But I'm getting there.
I'm just saying. That's
I'm gonna
what
beat
Eric
one more.
gets and
I'm not even
Buka
kidding
all
you,
play.
dude. I'm there, almost there. I'm gonna beat one more PS4 game, and then I'm gonna start it. I swear, because like I just started another game, and I'm like, I gotta finish this. I gotta see this all the way through, and then I'm like, yeah, I got stuff. I got like 3 games I'm playing right now.
I just gotta ask one important question: did you beat God of War?
I did beat God of War. God of War is
Okay,
awesome.
okay. We can be friends now.
Yeah.
This
I
chat-
beat
the
God of.
chat-
I think
the
I beat
chat
God.
got me
Wait,
laughing.
when did I beat God of War? I forget. I'm trying to remember if I
About
beat it before
2018.
Erica. I don't think I did.
What, God of War?
Yeah, I can't remember if I beat that before you,
2018?
or we beat it around the same time.
2018 one, yeah. So
No, I went in, like, I played it nonstop.
Oh
I-
yeah,
I-
that's right.
I beat
You
it.
played it in
but-
like a week or some shit.
Something like that. What? Hold
think
on,
I
hold
took
on.
a bit of
What
more
difficulty
time.
did you do? What'd you do?
I think I played on normal.
Oh, man.
I can't remember.
Podcast is over.
I
Let's
don't
go.
remember. Did I play it on easy or did I play it on normal?
I don't
can't
even
remember.
care.
easy, all in the cast.
Was it
Oh,
easy?
No.
I don't remember.
No.
I have to go back to the. I
Oh,
don't know if I have the
no.
VODs actually. Let me check if I have.
I was just
I'm gonna go check
messing
if I have the VODs.
around
I
with
can't
the
remember.
normal, but easy. Oh, man.
You know how I play games, you know.
Yeah, we've talked about this, BitCloud. I don't know if you've heard those episodes. Like because you know the easy mode topic comes up here and there. How people want easy mode on games, like,
Which is ridiculous by
or they
itself.
get what's
Why do
the
you think
word?
I
Like,
beat games?
oh my god.
Oh,
I'm
man.
kidding. I don't play everything on easy.
I was just saying
Confession.
how we're a bunch of gamers here, and now you're just exposing us, Char.
No, I'm
Exposing.
exposing myself, idiot.
You're a
Like, if I wanna
reflection
play
of
on
me.
easy- No, I'm not. Fuck you.
You're my
I'm a
niece.
reflection of you.
You're my
What?
niece,
Wish I had
my
that-
flesh
wish I had
and
that
blood.
sound effect
What
from
the
the
fuck,
attorney
man?
where he'd be like, objection.
Objection. Yeah,
Objection.
exactly.
Man.
What the fuck?
No, I know this
see.
about Char. I'm just kidding around. Like the easy.
No.
Hey, man. It is what it is.
That's true.
So that's our show, you guys. We hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much to those who were here live. See you in the chat. What's up, Beggy? Shout out to Beggy, former guest right there. Appreciate you, all you guys, man. You're making me laugh. A lot of jokes in the chat. We can be found on Spotify. I was gonna say, I keep wanting to say SoundCloud. We're not on SoundCloud no more. What's the other ones? iTunes, Anchor, Google Podcasts, or something like that. And then, of course, YouTube, where you can watch us live every other week, except for next week. We will be here weekly for the week. If that even makes sense. I'm Erica. Erica's for the win. You can find me anywhere by that name. Links are below in the YouTube video, and they should be, you know, around on the other platforms. Thank you so much for listening. Bit, again, it was awesome having you. Thanks for being here. And yeah, and we're out of here, you guys. Thank you so much. We'll catch you in a week. Peace.